Hi all and welcome to a new video. With a new edition of AOS on the horizon, I want to go over my dream wish list for the new edition. So far, I've been very mixed about what has been revealed, mostly with the Beasts of Chaos reveal. I really wanted to start them as an army, and them disappearing is just really disappointing to me. I wish GW handled it better. Also, so many Stormcast getting just vaulted, never to be seen again. And the Skaven makes sense because a lot of those are getting replaced, but still, I don't like it. I don't like what happened. The Warcry warbands, I am holding out bated breath that people will just be able to proxy them as the Dracoeth, or whatever those new Dark Oath things are. However you pronounce those names, I'm hoping they're able to proxy as them, and it goes without a problem, and everything's fine. I'm hoping the Warcry players haven't just lost all of their warbands, because that would absolutely suck. But as of yet, Warhammer community has not really made a clear statement, and neither has GW. So, it's GW being GW. Now that all that has been said, let's get right into the actual meat and potatoes of the video. The first thing on my very short list is the Chaos Dwarfs. I want new Chaos Dwarf models so much. And with Chaos Dwarfs on the mind of so many, this is an endorsement, not a request. Having new models will be fantastic, and I personally want the leaks to be real. And so far, everything has proven the leaks to be real, so I think we're pretty much set up to get these. That being said, as it seems to have confirmed by the old world rules, as I can't see GW making rules for models they no longer make, I just don't see it. At the very least, we'll get a resin re-release of them, which will be amazing. Because GW doesn't do things without needing money involved because they're a giant company. And I would love to see a plastic resculpt refresh of the Chaos Dwarves, and I would run them in AOS, not in Old World, because Old World is strictly Tomb Kings and High Elves for me. And now what I want for rules updates. The idea of having new and better heroic phase actions across armies would be amazing. Right now, every faction does not have very useful and unique heroic actions. There was a Warcharm article that came out that made me actually re-record this section because it revealed some of Nagash's war scroll, and that's what I want. I want that for every single character. However, I am holding out bated breath that there actually will be ones for every single character because it's GW. And while Nagash is a god, not every character might get the same love. But I do want unique heroic actions. I would love it for heroes, and I hope that the Nagash one is just a sign of what's to come. Also, make terrain matter. That's it. I just want terrain to matter. So far, it seems like terrain has been an afterthought in everything in AOS, and, I just don't like that. I love terrain. I love running terrain-heavy boards, and the fact that they're just kind of there for set dressing for AOS and do very minor things that rarely, if ever, actually impact anything kind of sucks. Also, I had Battle Shock here, but it's being removed completely, so there's no point anymore. Battle Shock doesn't matter. I'm kind of sad, because I do think morale systems make sense. But hopefully something is replaced that works. If there is no morale for any of the armies, I feel like that's kind of thematically dumb. But at the same time, we have Old World and other systems for morale, and no other system has done a morale system better than bolt action, so it is what it is. And this is a continuation. I want even rule support. So Blight Gravelord's getting more than anyone else last edition. Anyway, one of my biggest issues with Dawnbringer is that it gives some armies cool new tools and ignores others. I got a cool new army for ogres that have the mob pits. That one's really fun. But all my other armies got nothing. They got diddly squat. It was stupid. I hated it so much. I would love to have consistent rules come out for armies, and not just, the popular ones getting front-loaded with all the good rules and all the cool new stuff. I feel bad for a lot of players who got nothing in the last few months of release, including your Beast of Chaos players. I feel so bad for you, and want to dream that most armies at least get something of equal support. Beast of Chaos was deleted, and it's terrible, and it proves that even rule support, even in this edition, is probably not going to happen, because GW is willing to delete an entire army, and that is stupid. And I hate how many segments they have made me re-record in this stupid video in a week. It has been a week. I get you do reveal sections, but how can you change all of these things in a week, GW? Like, I get I'm not on the ball because I treat this as a hobby, but seriously, there's like 4 segments I've had to redo now. Stop it. Love them or hate them, 40k's index has been fun as an equal way to start out. And with the regular patches given to them in the quarterly balance, data slates, and just in general, I feel like the AOS team could do a good job with them. At least better than the 40k team, because I think the 40k index is released in a crap state. Oh wow, hot take of the century. I want choices, multiple sub-factions, etc., and that would be nice when the index release. I would love multiple choices for everything, and so far in their wording it seems like we'll get multiple choices, but I'm holding out with bated breath, although I think they're called battle formations now. The 40k indexes were enough to kind of kill my interest in the game. I didn't love 9th edition, but it was what it was. I am hoping the same is not for AOS, because I will just go back to playing 3rd edition if the indexes suck. I'm not gonna apologize for that. And here's another pet peeve of mine in the game. Grand strategies and battle tactics. They should be good, and also a bit easier to achieve in some ways. Having grand strategies and battle tactics be things the armies want to do anyway is good, and I'm tired of pretending like they're unbalanced. Playing them in the way they are built to be played should be rewarded. Chaos-Drawn Overlords at release are the perfect example of this. Battle tactics and a grand strategy that are not only just achievable, but are things the army is doing anyway and wants to be doing. Cities of Sigmar absolutely sucks in this, because their grand strategies just are terrible in my opinion, and their battle tactics are just okay. And my other army, Ogres, I never even look at their grand strategies, and their battle tactics are just fine. And Bone Reapers? Their grand strategy sucks, and their battle tactics are terrible, and they almost never come up. Like, seriously, I have to build specifically for their battle tactics, when they can achieve the generic battle tactics way better. I don't like this. I like generic battle tactics, that's fine. But make them good. Make them so that way they're not just ignored completely by certain armies, and other armies have a leg up in a list of really easy things to do. Please. And the answer to this is not make all of them terrible. The answer to this is make all of them semi-achievable in the way the army is meant to be played. Give me hit-and-run tactics. Give me combat bogged-down Voluminous Realm Lords. Give me something. Just something better than what we have now. With that rant out of the way, going into the final thoughts of this, my wish list is a rather short one, as I've had to cut a lot of it out, because a lot of it was revealed this week. That's kind of on me, I guess. I really liked 3rd edition, and I can't wait to experience 4th. AOS is one of my favorite games. But I am less excited for the future now after this week of reveals. I see warning signs on the horizon, and GW has issues with new editions, I'm not gonna lie, and I went from super excited to tentatively interested. There are other games I enjoy playing a lot, and other game systems I enjoy a lot. Lately, especially skirmish war games have been taking over my mind, and I think this might be an edition of AOS I will play a lot. Probably will be, actually. I know myself too well. I love my Osiarch Bone Reapers too much. But I do think that I'm a little worried about the future of AOS if GW is willing to scrap half of their Stormcast 9, it feels like, and Beasts of Chaos, just that way Beasts of Chaos can be Old World exclusive, which is the dumbest thing in the world. I feel bad for all of you Old World players out there who are going out to AOS players. As somebody who plays AOS, hearing from an Old World player that, hey, your army is viable in Old World is terrible. Because Old World is a completely different game than AOS, with a completely different player base for completely different reasons. I love Old World. It's been a lot of fun playing and learning it. It is not comparable to the AOS in any way, shape, or form. And I wish people had a bit more sympathy for those Beasts of Chaos players, because right now the internet just seems to hate on them. Hopefully you're a bit more excited for this edition than I am right now, because right now I want to be excited, but the most recent reveals just make me feel bad. Have a wonderful week, all. See you later.